Welcome to Layn Credit University. My name is Conrad and Layn. I'm going to share another credit hack with y'all. Feel free to do your own due diligence. You can speak with your credit union, with your banking institution, financial institution. But this is a strategy. I do have a background in finance, and also I was a HUD certified counselor, which is pretty cool. I learned a lot of different tricks of the trade. So I'm going to teach you guys here for absolutely for free. So for people that open a business, oftentimes people don't know what comes first, the chicken or egg, which is a popular analogy, just not knowing where should you start. You don't have credits, you just started your business, or even if you have a business, you haven't established a proper amount of credit and you don't know how to go about getting credit and getting credit cards. So this is what you do. This is a huge hack. There's other ways to do it as well, but this is one way that you might not have considered. Consider opening something called a secured business credit card. Most banking institutions, credit unions, and also regular banking institutions like Wells Fargo, for example, and a lot of other banking institutions actually offer secured business credit cards. The purpose of this is if you have no credit, say you just start your business, you have a new EIN number, which is an employee identification number. Oftentimes you haven't established credit because you just started your business. And for those that maybe just never established business, you got to start somewhere because you're not going to be extended credit more than likely, because to get credit cards or loans extended to you, you have to prove that you pay your pay your bills on time, that you have a good credit score, because there's a business credit bureau. So a good hack to get into this is to consider secure credit cards. The cool thing about this is use your own money. So for example, say you want $1,000 maybe business credit card. You'll give the banking institution $1,000. They'll put it into something called certificate of deposit, also known as a CD, and it typically usually accrues some type of interest, usually not very minimum usually, but that's not the point. And oftentimes you can put your money into the bank account and CD, and they'll extend you that's collateralized now, an actual credit card. It's a real credit card. This is not a debit card. It's an actual credit card, but it's secured by your funds with the banking institution. So what this will do for you now, it can report when you make bank payments. You'll report your payment history, which is always very important, to the business credit bureaus, and now you start building your business credit profile and increasing your score. Pretty cool way to do it. But what's most important about this is you can actually use this hack in a different way to actually start being approved for unsecured lines of credit, but also for higher limits. Oftentimes, if you already have a business and you say you already have this video is going to help people that just started a business and people who are on their way to actually building their business, and people who already built their business credit score are already reporting to credit bureaus. But for whatever reason, maybe you're only being extended low lines of credit, or maybe you're not being extended any. So maybe you have a credit score, maybe you've been paying your bills on time, maybe you've had a business for years, but you're only being approved maybe for $1,000 credit cards or $2,000 credit cards, or hey, maybe yours is $10,000 credit cards, or hey, maybe it's $20,000 credit cards, but you want to get higher or more amounts. A trick to this is whatever you want to increase. So especially for those that just start off their business who aren't getting any credit cards, you want to use this hack to put yourself on the map, so you start building your business credit score. But the cool thing about this, the money you put in, so say you start a $1,000 one or even a $500 one, secure credit card, this will start reporting that you pay your bills on time for a $500 credit limit or a $1,000 credit limit. So that means it starts increasing the likelihood that you'll be approved. Nothing's absolute, but it increases the likelihood that you'll be approved for another $500 unsecured card or a $1,000 unsecured card. So the hack here is learn this and learn this well. You increase the likelihood that you'll be approved for a higher credit limit if you start depositing money into a secured credit card. So say you're being approved for maybe $2,000 credit limits. At this point, what I would highly strongly encourage, and for you to do your own due diligence, is invest $5,000. Say you want to be approved for $5,000 credit lines, but you're only being approved for $1,000 or $500. Invest $5,000 or whatever the desire. If you want $10,000, invest $10,000. If you want to start being approved for $3,000 credit cards or $400 credit cards or $1,000, whatever you want to be approved for, if it's $10,000 credit card, get that amount of money, put it into a banking institution. It saves anyway. And as a business, you should always have reserves, people. So for those that might say, that's way too much money, or why would I want to put $5,000? Yeah, I want to be approved for $5,000, but why do I want to put $5,000 into a CD or into a banking institution? Or why have my money locked up, as people say? The reason you should do that is because you should be saving anyway. Look at this change in perspective around people. This becomes your savings account. The money's not going anywhere anyway. It's building an interest typically. And even if there are fees for this, it's worth it in regards to the long-term goal people. So for all those people that say, hey, I have the money, but I don't want to put this money in locked up or whatever, because first thing, you should be saving money anyway. Like, if you want to get higher limits and you're not getting the limits you need, you got to make some changes, people. Come on. Like, if you don't want to make the change at this point, you really don't deserve the result that you want, because you're not willing to put in the sweat equity. You're not willing to put in the hard work, the sweat, the tenacity that's needed and recommended to get to that next level. So you're only being approved for $2,000 credit cards, but you want to be approved for 5,000, 10,000. You got to put that money aside. If you don't have the money, fine, but plan to have that money. Plan to have that money. Put the money into a secured credit card, and so that it starts reporting that you at a higher limit, and now you can actually show the bank institution, hey, I can handle a $10,000 loan, and guess what? I have a $10,000 net worth, or whatever. So even if anything goes wrong, I have this. That's the benefit. Secured cards also represent net worth. It's money you have locked in reserves in a CD, usually for 1 year, 2 or 3 years, whatever the case is that you choose. First, it reports your net worth. Second, it reports a credit history. It does even that much more than unsecured credit card. And now you can actually bring your credit rating up, and at the same time get approved for higher loan limits and also higher credit limits. Huge hack, people. So, and like I said, you should be saving money anyway. Look at this as a savings account that reports to the credit bureau, but way more valuable than a savings account, because this actually reports to the credit bureaus. Very, very important, people. Welcome to Layn Credit University. This is what you guys get. You get the secrets that people don't teach you, that mostly the wealthy know. And I have quite a bit of friends on both spectrums. I have some that are uber wealthy, I have some that are uber poverty stricken, and I have some right in the middle. And so I'm able to kind of reverse engineer this and understand what fits for everyone, because I know I've been unique enough to understand and meet some really unique and cool people in my life that are in all different financials. And this is no classes type of video, but to say I know quite a bit of people. I know people who are really, really wealthy. I know people who are regular Janes and Joes, and I know people that are poverty stricken, all the above. And I've learned, I have a wealth of information. Please use the hacks. This is why I create this channel, because when I speak to my friends that have quite a bit of wealth, they're disconnected from the regular Jays and Joes most times. Some aren't, but for most of them are. I'm very connected because the way I grew up and everything. So, I didn't grow up, I didn't have the most. I met a lot of people later on in life. So, I want to make it easier for y'all. But anyways, I love you guys. Like, subscribe, share. Welcome to Layn Credit University. This is what you get absolutely for free. That's a diamond right there, people. Those are diamonds. So, do your own research. Scrutinize me as much as you want. I encourage it, actually. Do your research. Speak with your banker. Do your research. But look up secured business credit lines to put yourself on the map, regardless if you have a business already, but you're not getting approved for the higher credit limits you want, or if you just start a business, you're about to get ahead of the game, people. Love you guys. Follow me on Instagram, Conrad Layn. Leave comments, questions below. Like, subscribe, share. Conrad Layn out. Peace.